What is a reserve currency? A foreign currency held by a central bank or a treasury as a formal part of its reserves is known as a reserve currency. Countries hold reserves for several reasons. Some common ones include to weather economic shocks, to pay for imports, to service and pay down debt, and for moderation of their own currency values. The International Monetary Fund recognizes 8 major reserve currencies, namely the sterling pound, the Australian dollar, the Canadian dollar, the euro, the Japanese yen, the Chinese renminbi, the Swiss franc, and finally the US dollar. The US dollar is considered the king and has a market share of 59%. But what about the Eurozone? Europe has a sizable economy. The Eurozone accounts for a large amount of the world's trade. The euro is freely convertible, which means it can be traded with little to no restrictions. The Eurozone has a history of sound macroeconomic principles. But then why is the euro not the market leader? Well, the real differentiator is the fact that the US has the world's largest and most liquid treasury market. US Treasuries are government debt securities issued by the US federal government. I would argue it's not the US dollar, but in fact it's US Treasuries, which are really the world's reserve asset. So what's the future of the US dollar? And what is this exorbitant privilege?